else was bamboozled by the BTS and Michael Jackson collab rumor? I sure was. Hey y'all, I'm Joy and welcome back to my channel. If you watched my first YouTube video, then you know that my journey to become an ARMY was basically a comedy where I was the butt of the joke. Well, the clownery continues, even now, 4 years later. I've been clowned more times than I can count, by the members, by other ARMY, and most often by myself. In this video, I'll reflect on my biggest ARMY clown moments. Maybe you can relate to some of them. Without further ado, let the circus act begin. My first clown moment involves the man in the thumbnail, Kim Tae-young. For my first year or so in the fandom, I didn't even know the members did lives. Once my new group chat told me, I made it my mission to catch each member at least once. It felt like collecting the Infinity Stones, or Pokemon. Jin got a pass because he was in the military. Hobie was the first live I caught, which is poetic since he was also the first BTS member I listened to. Then Yoongi, then Jungkook, multiple times, then Jimin, then Namjoon, but one member stayed elusive. Tae. No one warned me that his lives were super short. It became a running gag. Notification pops up, I log in faster than Yoongi at an airport, but I somehow still missed him. Every single time. I was Wile E. Coyote and Tae was the Roadrunner. I'm embarrassed to admit that I started to take this personally. I was in a one-sided beef with a man halfway across the world. One time, I got really close. I saw the notification, sprinted to Weverse, clicked in, just in time to see his little face and hear him say, "Annyeong." Then the screen went black. My immediate thought, this little... Not saying the word because this is a family-friendly channel. I was big mad. Sure, I could have watched the replay later, but it's not the same. Eventually, I did catch Tae for a proper live. And yes, before you ask, I screenshotted it. It's basically my trophy. My next biggest clown moment was pre-ARMY. I watched a recap of the 2020 MTV Video Music Awards and saw that BTS had won for Best Choreography for On. I thought, ooh, let me check this out. I watched the official music video and was confused. I mean, it was gorgeous, but where was the dancing? My confusion continued even after I became ARMY. I remember thinking, BTS is deserving of their accolades, no doubt, but I'm sorry, I still don't understand how they won that one award. That changed when I saw the On Kinetic Manifesto video, and then I realized, girl, you watched the wrong video. I felt so silly. Anyone else do that, or was that just me? I've never even told my IRL ARMY friends. I was that embarrassed. The next one is a little painful. When the Permission to Dance tour was announced for LA and Vegas, I considered going, but ultimately didn't go. I was still in my, this is just a phase stage. At the time, I thought it was ridiculous to fly across the country to see 7 men alone. I know. Even I want to slap my past self. I assumed they would add East Coast stops. Spoiler alert, they didn't. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have gotten those tickets anyway. At this point, I had no ARMY community, so I didn't know the steps you had to take to even get tickets. I didn't have an ARMY membership for pre-sale. I don't think I even had Weverse downloaded on my phone. As my late grandmother would say, bless your little heart. If you're from the US South, you know that that's not really a compliment. I had no idea back then. I have since made peace with the fact that baby ARMY Joy was a clown. My next clown moment happened during Hobie Palooza. I learned my lesson, y'all. I bought a ticket this time. This was my first BTS event ever. I had no idea what to expect. For instance, I did not know about freebies and how it was a K-pop tradition for fans to give each other stuff for free. I assumed all of this was a scam. At one point, my non-ARMY friend nudged me. Hey, Joy, that lady's handing out J-Hope towels. I was like, nope. They probably want money. I ain't buying it. I channeled my inner pre-debut Jen and kept walking. Later, another ARMY stopped me. The conversation went something like this. Hey, do you want a Hobie fan? Oh, sorry. I don't have any cash. Oh no, it's free. Really? Yes, take two. I took them, but remained skeptical. Fast forward to the following year. My group chat was brainstorming ideas for what to hand out at Yoongi's D-Day tour. And it finally hit me. Oh, those people were just being nice. Imagine that. Everything that I have shared so far has been from earlier in my army journey, but this last clown moment is recent. It involves Hobie, or should I say, Jay. So it started back when a group photo was released in preparation for Namjoon and Tae's enlistment. Some army noted that Hobie looked different, that his aura changed, and that we had better watch out for him when he's discharged. I shook my head and rejected this. I mean, obviously he looked great, but come on. Not our sweet Hobie. Our sunshine would never. Okay, everyone. Channel my grandmother. Bless your little heart.
He needs some milk!
I couldn't have been more wrong. Jay released Sweet Dreams, then Mona Lisa. That one in particular had me in a chokehold. At Hope on the Stage in March, I was completely wrecked. Hobie is already my bias wrecker, and with Yoongi nowhere in sight, I was even more vulnerable. I was like a wounded gazelle limping on the Bora savannah, and then frickin' Jay pounced out of nowhere like a cheetah in designer sunglasses and sparkly pants. Lollapalooza Hobie wrecked me, but Jay, whew, whole nother level. It took me weeks to recover. And then this happened.
Oh my God!
Wrecked all over again, but at least this time in a good way. I was having a rough day that day and was on the verge of tears. And then the photo dropped. Instant mood change. It felt like he whispered, "Don't cry, baby girl." Then boom, flashes abs. So yes, Jay was dangerous. Lethal, actually. I know I'm not alone. Drop a comment if you too were a victim. That's it for my Army Clown confessions. Or at least the ones I'm willing to share. Of course, I could go on because my clownery never stops. Like when I thought I would actually catch up on BTS content during the hiatus. Or when I believed Yoongi did spill mustard on his shirt. Or when I spent hours trying to figure out what RPWP meant on Namjoon's Instagram page. What are your biggest clown moments as an army? Drop them in the comments so I don't feel like the only one.